Hi guys, Paul here, and welcome to another episode of Paul Plays Infinifactory. So where we got to, the next puzzle is Optical Sensor Array Type 4. And back in game. So, in this puzzle we have to make, what's that? Yep, 5 in a cross. There are stamps here. Stamp them on the way in. It'll obviously need to be turned somewhere in here to get the stamps on all the sides. You don't have to reuse the stampers. They've given 2 sets of them. So how do we do this? Same as everything. We need 5. Let's take out 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sensor on the end. We're going to need 5 pushers, so just for convenience we'll do 2 on one side we'll do 3 on this side and 2 on the other. I don't think it really matters. I mean, it'll just spread them out a bit easier. Run some conduit over it. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is just again, not essential, but I like to do it, is this is just the staging area. I'm not going to try and build anything up there. Again, not the most efficient way of doing these puzzles, but in my head, it's the simplest. So I'm going to put a pattern marked out what we're going to build somewhere else. And just make sure we've got the basics right. Run it there. Okay. 5 out. Input rate is at 0. Fine. Okay. So, next thing to do is, because we now have five individual items, we can run them too. Now the only one we can't run a track to is that one. That's obviously in the middle, so somebody's going to have to push one in onto it. So let's, if we do that, and I just send, oops, I need to put one there. I send this one up the same track. It'll push 2 in there. Run that one to the right. And we have 2 coming out of here. So 1 should have fallen there. And the second one. A bit like that. So let's quick test it out, see where that's got us. And there it is. The shape we're looking for there. That simple. Now, not particularly elegant, lot of track, but simple. I mean, there's no messing around. There's no timing this, spinning this bit here, and what have you. Okay, so let's get the well done. Reset this. I'm going to be taking it out this way so I can support it. Well, it doesn't actually matter because now again, you know, the way it moves, we might get away with not having a weld above each one of these, but for the time being, I'm going to put one in so that the shape is very obvious. Like that. So the only bit of timing that's now needed for this puzzle is observing the last piece to get in. And just pause it there. And sometimes you might have to time that to make that, you know, a convenient piece. But, you know, in general, whatever. So that piece got in. And to get him out, nothing needs to be done more complicated than just replace that bit with track. Oops, it's not track. And bring it out. Okay. So, bring it through here, and I just, again, because of I'm not sure which one of these will take precedence, I'm just going to put a block there. Spin it here. And this may or may not work. Probably not. We'll have a look at it. Sometimes, hopefully it won't work, because I'll just show you another quick trick. Yeah, there, it's done that. Now that's what we'd have liked, is for it to spun it. Now we could put some pushes in here and push it back in, but one thing you will notice is that I'll just show it here. Run that. See, that didn't spin because and let me just reset this here. I'm going to put the track in and build it. I'll show you exactly what I mean by this, because again, this can be useful in later puzzles. Remember, at this stage, what's there is something like that. That's what we'd like to be there. But what's happening... Oh, sorry, hang on. I'm just making a complete mess of that. There we go. Okay. We'd like it to spin on that square to keep it centered there, and then it'll just be pulled off. What's happening, though, is when it's... Oh, dear. There, and there. Obviously, this first block is getting onto the rotator and causing the whole thing to be spun around like that. Now, in some cases, that's exactly what you want, because it'll shift it off. In this case, it isn't. But if we look at it, if there were actual blocks there and there, it can't rotate in that position. It must delay the rotation one more step until it got to there. So again, I hope that was clear. I haven't just put one or maybe two, who knows. Run them in there and run them again. But you see, the point of the... And actually, technically, I mean, that's just for show. One of them will do the job just as good as two. It just, when there is a block actually touching it, see, what it would like to do is when it goes on for this, it would like to start the rotation there, but because of the block above it, can't do it. So waits another square, rotates it lovely in place. We don't have to mess around with any side pushers, and Bob's your uncle. So as that's running, I mean, there probably is, if you don't like doing this, there is definitely a simpler solution to this, making the 3 here, sliding that down, and then grabbing these two as they come in. I mean, there's no... I mean, these 3 were together here. You could have welded them. They're pointing lovely to go straight onto that and grab the other one. But I mean, it's not that clear, because this works. Grab the ones you need, and the important thing about this, just to clarify it, is that now we know we have 5 blocks. And we can put each one on an individual track if required. Now, sometimes we don't. Sometimes it's enough to say, okay, just send 3 there, 2 there. As long as we're getting 3 here, we can do the weld. So, I mean, obviously... yeah, anyway. Okay, so let's just leave that run. So we've seen this trick here to stop it spinning where you don't want it spinning. And what I use all the time, what I call these staging areas. a little template drawn to actually help you figure out where to get the pieces and spin on a solution. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope this was informative, if not fun. Hopefully we'll get on some of the bigger levels, probably longer episodes coming up. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you liked it. Take care. Catch you in the next video.